Hi friends, I'm Victoria. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today, it's Friday, and guess what? We did it, y'all. It is Halloween weekend. Well, it's Halloween weekend 1 because I'm gonna celebrate 2 weekends. Since Halloween is on a Thursday this year, it's next Thursday, I'm just gonna have Halloween this weekend and Halloween next weekend too. Why not? You know, I feel like I haven't done enough of the Halloween-y stuff, just like the cozy kind of stuff. I still have so many scary movies I want to watch, so many scary books. I need to cover pumpkin. I'm also going to like a pumpkin painting thing with some girlfriends in a few days, and we're going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show tonight. So I'm so excited about the next week or so, and I think I'm going to split it into 2 vlogs. So this will be part 1. I'm probably going to have like a 2-parter, maybe a 3-parter, depending on how much I jab my jaws. So we shall see. You know, I can get carried away. My vlogs just keep getting longer and longer. But I have so many books on deck, so many that I'm highly anticipating. One I have already started and it's freaking phenomenal. I'm only a little bit in, but I'm like, this is the perfect Halloween-y book. But let's chat about the books. The book I'm talking about that I'm loving is A Dark and Secret Magic, and it's by, here, let me pull it up on my books here. It's by Wallace Kinney. This was in my October TBR, and I don't even know how to explain how perfect this book is. I'm going to give a quick synopsis, and I'll go more into it later after I talk about all the books that I'm planning on reading. But A Dark and Secret Magic, we're following this girl, Lee. She's about to turn 31, actually. I believe her birthday is on Halloween, and she is part of a coven. She's a little witchy lady. She's a hedge witch, and she really just keeps to herself. She plays with her herbs. She loves to cook, and she just like lives mainly the same kind of day over and over again, and she's comfortable and happy, and that's how she likes it. But unfortunately, it's about a week before Halloween-y, and some things end up going down, and she ends up needing to host her coven's Halloween Samhain party. I believe I'm saying that correctly this time. A lot of y'all helped me pronounce that word, so thank you. And apart from that, a mysterious man from her past shows up at her door, and then we also have some family secrets that are coming to light. So shenanigans, things, Halloween-y, love it. The next book is one I've talked about a couple of times, and I was like, I gotta get to this because it sounds so good, and that is This Cursed House by Del Sandine. So in this one, we are following a young Black woman, and it is 1960s, and she lives in Chicago, but she gets this opportunity to work with this mysterious family in New Orleans, and she ends up going, and turns out their house might be cursed or haunted, and our girlie can actually see spirits and or talk to them. I don't know, but yeah, for atmosphere in New Orleans, yes, it's also fall. I don't think I mentioned that. So it's fall in this book in New Orleans, which I feel like is perfect. I went to New Orleans in January this year and loved it. Like, me and Drew, we were just so in love with this city. And just the character and the beautiful buildings and the history and the architecture, it's so fun. It just has so much character and personality. And I really do want to go back one year in like Halloween time. And we did do a ghost tour and stuff while we were there. I just love a spooky city so much. But I just feel like New Orleans in the fall, haunted house, yes. And I have another book that's due in 2 days that I would really like to get to, and it's called Full Shift by Jennifer Dugan. Now, this one is a graphic novel, so I'm hoping I can pick it up and kind of fly through it. I would love to finish A Dark and Secret Magic Saturday, and then maybe I will have time to knock this out before it goes back to the library ether. But this one, we're following this girlie who is part of a family of werewolves, and she cannot make the full shift. So like when the moon comes out, she cannot fully turn into a vampire. And I just like that kind of trope. I'm really into it. It sounds cute and cozy and good for the fall season. So we shall see if I get to that one. So yeah, some good ones that I am highly anticipating. I feel like we're gonna have some hits in this one, especially considering I've already started A Dark and Secret Magic, and oh my god, this book. I don't even have words. It's so perfectly fall Halloween-y that my heart is like, it could explode from happiness, truly. We have our girl. She's about to turn 31. I think her birthday is on Halloween. But she does have siblings, but her mom had passed away recently, and her father passed away when she was a bit younger. And her family has this manor estate, but she decided 10 years prior to move out on her own and to live in a small cottage. And when it comes to witches in this coven, they choose what kind of witch they want to be when they turn 13. So we have like sea witches, and she's a hedge witch. We have a book witch who can like touch a book and instantly take in all of the book's information, which I'm like, that's so cute. But turns out our girl didn't get to pick what kind of witch she wanted to be when she was 13. Her mom chose for her when she basically was born. And it turns out there are some secrets within this family and with her mom that we are unsure of. And things start coming out, and our girlie's just like, what's going on? Her name's Hecate, but she goes by Kate. And she's just trying to like figure out this mystery. And right off the bat, we have a little bit of an eerie scene with, she thinks she's having a dream, but she ends up seeing this really older witch who's like 80, and she kind of gives her a warning, and she's like, I don't know what she's talking about. She's like, it seemed so real, but I'm pretty sure it was just a dream. And then that witch ends up passing away that night, and then she was actually going to host the Halloween party, but then because she passed away, our girl Kate has to host her coven's Samhain Halloween bash for the coven. I don't know if Halloween bash is the right word, but it's basically like the holidays, their biggest holiday for them. It's so cute because there's so many different references to things in here. Like the first chapter, I think, was called There's Someone Coming, which makes me think of Halloween Town. And there's just like a lot of little things. Like we have a witch named Winifred. And yeah, I'm so into it. I'm so into like all the little bitty pieces that are thrown in here. And there are like different food spells. Like there was like chill out chili. And Ghost Be Gone gin and tonic. There was another one, spill your secret spaghetti or something like that. And anytime she like talks about her food or a recipe, it's so immersive and just like really gets you with the food talk. I'm loving that. And then just like her cottage, the decorations, it's fall, it's about to be Halloween, and she's going to be decorating her family's manor for the party. And it's just so good. It's so cozy and wholesome, but also at the same time, the story is actually more serious than I would have anticipated. Like initially when I picked this up, I thought this would be just like a cozy, silly, whimsical little thing. But no, the story is actually really good and well written so far. I'm loving her character. But the mystery with Kate and her family, and if there's some dark magic going on, or like what is the truth here? I don't know. It's so good, but I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. And it's just like well written and more serious than I anticipated. And apart from all of that, there has been a man that has shown up to her cottage, and he is actually a man from her past, a mysterious man, but he is part of a hexing coven, which seems to be just like a male coven. That coven's not friends with our witch's Kate's coven. But he shows up at our house asking, for help. He's looking for some special herbs. And she is the herb legend and icon, and she, works with plants all the time. And part of her job as a hedge witch is to give people that need shelter and to help them. So she lets them stay with her for a couple days. And so we're learning more about him, and he's a necromancer. He actually dabbles in dark magic. That's the kind of witch or hexen that he is. And, our girl's being smart about it and kind of keeping her space, but she also is like, he's a nice person and he's good. So she's definitely learning from him, because it seems like our girl is just, she might not have all of the info that she needs in regards to her magic. So it's so good. I'm loving it. The tinge of romance is fine. I'm totally fine with it. It's not my favorite, but it hasn't bothered me at all at this point. I'm 30% in, so I'm loving it. I am so excited. So I can't wait to pick it up and finish it. That's my update on A Dark and Secret Magic so far. I am on my lunch break right now, and tonight we are going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show. Drew has actually never seen it. I've seen it numerous times, but there is a place by us that is doing it outside in the park. So they're gonna have like a big projector screen. So we're gonna watch Rocky Horror in the park outside. It actually might be a little crisp and chilly. Like in my brain, I thought I would dress up for it, do like a fun costume for Rocky Horror, but I feel like I will be too chilly. So it has finally chilled down here in Denver. Like we got back from Florida and it was in the 70s. It's been in the 70s this week, but today I think the high is 66, so a little bit more chilly, and definitely tonight once the sun goes down it'll be cold. So I think I will still wear something spooky but bundle up. But I'm so excited to go watch it and have Drew watch it for the first time, and it was actually free to go. You just like reserve tickets for it. I just feel like I have so many things I want to do this weekend and through next weekend too, and just to make the most of the season and celebrate it with you all. We did it. We're here. It's Halloween time. I'm so excited. But I will bring you along for the ride throughout the next few days, and I can't wait to read some more of this book and chat with you about it. Hi friends, it's Saturday morning. I just got out of a workout class, but last night we went to Rocky Horror Picture Show and it was so fun. It was quite chilly, but we had blankets and jackets and everything. But yeah, we just sat out on a blanket outside and watched the movie and had a couple of glasses of wine, had some snacks, and yeah, it was just a fun time. Drew really liked it. He was like, it's funny, a good one, really campy, of course, and I'm happy that he has finally seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't know how he's gone his whole life, his 35 years of life, and has never seen it. I'm like, how do you not see that? Like, there's so many references just in all kinds of things that are from Rocky Horror, and I'm just like, you miss out on all those and you just don't realize that that's what it's from. They were playing the soundtrack when we got there before the movie started, and he was like, this sounds just like a King Gizzard song, and I'm like, this is literally Rocky Horror. Like, what? And the music's good. I love the song, gosh, I don't know the name, the one where the guy Meatloaf is on the motorcycle. I love that song. I had such a good time. We came home. I went to bed pretty soon after. I was pretty sleepy. I was gonna watch something in bed and I got like 10 minutes into it and fell right asleep. Drew said this morning, he was like, I looked over and you were just out. I was like, yep. It was instantaneous. I had no control over it. And I tried a new workout class this morning. My work has like this thing where it's called Gym Pass, or they just rebranded. It's called Well Hub now. But essentially there's different tiers. I do splurge on the nicer one just because I am a boutique workout class bitch. I love boutique classes so much. And I've taken probably any kind of class at any kind of, you know, gym, whatever you can imagine. And I just really like the variety when it comes to working out. But they just added solid core to the program. So I went and did my first solid core class this morning, and holy crap, I think that's the hardest workout class I've ever done. I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't think it would be really far off from Pilates. But I will say, like, Club Pilates, there's a couple of classes that are harder, but typically Club Pilates, I almost envision it like a rest day in a way. It's just like mostly chill, easy. Like, some things are definitely hard, but it's all low impact, you know, and the classes are similar each time. So you kind of just know what you're getting yourself into, and you kind of push yourself as hard as you want to in those classes. And I thought it would be harder than Pilates, but it was way more. I just could not have imagined how hard it was. It's because you're like going so slow, and each movement is so slow, and you're really targeting on that. And it's not a reformer. I think it's called Legree. I think that's the machine you're on. But holy crap, it was so hard. It was so hard, but I loved it. So I'm definitely going to be coming back. I think I'm going to take a few intro classes, because honestly, it's kind of, you really have to have your form right to, you know, hit the muscle correctly. So I think I'm going to do a few intro classes before I, you know, go to like a normal class. But I really enjoyed it. That was so fun and so hard. I felt like I was really, really pushing myself, and I haven't felt like that in a while. So yeah, maybe if you're like into boutique workout classes and you like Pilates, but you want to try something different, if you have a solid core, maybe give it a go. But my Gym Pass membership, I get 4 solid core classes a month with that. And then I get 8 Club Pilates classes a month with that. But then basically anywhere else I can go daily. So I also get into Lifetime, which is amazing. I could do the classes at Lifetime. And Lifetime's really nice too when it gets cold in the winter, because then you can just go to the hot tub and stuff. And then they have saunas and stuff. But I might have talked about this before, but I can't do saunas or steam rooms anymore, which is a huge bummer because I love them. But intense heat and heated like workout classes and stuff, I can't do because it triggers my melasma. I mean, I'm sure you can probably see I have melasma pretty bad, and it's just like one of those things. It really sucks and I hate it, but it got triggered and it started because I was doing heated workout classes and I was obsessed with it. Like, I was so into these hot classes. And I was going to this place called True Fusion, which I still absolutely love. I love that gym. And I got so into it, and I was doing like 5 classes a week probably. Started seeing these changes in my skin, and I was like, what is going on? The dermatologist was like, it's melasma, you know, different things can trigger it. Usually in women, it's like a hormone change. A lot of women get melasma during pregnancy, and didn't put 2 and 2 together until I was like looking at pictures, and I was trying to like pinpoint when it really started. It just lined up perfectly to when I was doing the heated classes. And I did some Googling. Turns out, yeah, heat can trigger melasma, and it sucks because I ruined my skin while just trying to be healthy and like working out. But there was even a study in the past few years that said if you do like 3 hot classes, your chances of triggering melasma go up. I think it was like 45% or something. I don't remember the exact number. And then it was like if you do 5 or more, it goes up like almost 80%. And I was like, well, great. Obviously that's not going to happen to everyone, and some people just aren't going to get melasma. It's not something that you are prone to, but for me, it is, and I screwed up my skin, and it's a huge bummer, like such a bummer. But I don't think people realize that can cause it. So I can't do hot classes anymore. I can't do saunas and steam rooms. My derm said I could do it for like 10 minutes, but even after a while, I can kind of notice the inflammation in my skin. So it's just so annoying because I love a steam room too. Oh my God, a steam room, especially living in Colorado. There's something about, it's just so dry here, and going in a steam room is like, I don't know, it like feels like it's breathing life back into you. The little amount of humidity. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. But let's talk the book. Let's talk A Dark and Secret Magic. I'm 60-ish% in now. Still freaking loving it. Things are getting more high stakes. We're learning more about the family, the people in this coven, and secrets are unraveling. And I'm really just loving it so much. And the romance is not bothering me at all. It's not cheesy. It's not annoying. It's not taking away from the actual plot, you know? It's just being woven in really seamlessly, and I appreciate that. I was worried about how much romance and how silly that part's gonna be, but really this, like I said before, this is definitely more serious than I anticipated, and I'm happy about it. The writing's great, the plot's good, the story's good. I love our character. I love the setting and everything. So far still fantastic, and I'm hoping to finish it today. I'm really loving it, but I'm trying to decide if I want to go to a coffee shop right now, pick up a coffee. I would love a spooky little coffee if I can find one, but I don't know what Drew has planned, but I would also like to get some pumpkins or something today. I don't know, we'll see, but I will update you later. Everyone, it is Saturday night now, and after I got home from the gym, I hung out. I had a Beyond Burger, and then I walked to the park. I picked up an Italian soda that was green apple flavored because I felt like that was kind of spooky. And I picked one of those up while I walked to the park, and I just sat on a blanket and read quite a bit of A Dark and Secret Magic, and then I was able to finish it, and it's so good. I can't wait to talk about it. After that, I went to the store and I got some stuff to make pumpkin fondue. It didn't taste super pumpkin-y, but it was like vegan cheese and apple cider in the fondue. It's a recipe that I found on Atomic Vegan's Instagram, and yeah, it was just like fun, festive. I tried to go all out with some of the veggies and like cutting them in fun ways, and it was just like a nice, cozy little Halloween-y dinner, and just something kind of special. So yeah, had fun with that. And then we watched the last 2 episodes of The Fall of the House of Usher. We're like a year behind on that, but but finally watching that show, really good. I really enjoyed it. I do think it could have been a few episodes shorter, but that's okay. But it's still a really great show, and I just love the capitalism commentary so much. And yeah, we just finished those 2 episodes. But let's talk A Dark and Secret Magic. Okay, so I love this book. Like, gives me the 5-star feeling for sure. I will say that there are some like cheesy cliche parts near the end, and also like with the relationship overall, but I was totally fine with it. I was having such a fun time, and all of the feels and the vibes, it's just like perfect for all of the Halloween-y fall vibes. I love it so much for that. And just like the food talk and Halloween, and they're having like this spirit dinner, and things end up getting a lot darker than I anticipated. Well, I guess dark is actually in the name, so I guess that makes sense, but I didn't think it was gonna be like this, and it does get quite a bit dark and witchy, like more than I thought it was gonna be. Like in my brain, when I picked this up, I definitely thought it was gonna be more like fun and like cheesy, silly, but this actually gets dark and spooky, and I love that part. I love that so much better than it being cheesy, honestly. So I kicked off the Halloween-y weekend with a really good book, a hit. I'm in love with it. I loved our characters. I like this town, and the coven is weird. We also get like a fall festival mixed in. We get so much good food talk, and like a really nice like harvest kind of dinner kind of thing. And we get a pumpkin carving scene. And with all that, you think it would be like super duper cheesy, but it's not. It just like fits in with the book so well, and it's so well written that I'm like, this isn't silly at all. It's just good. And like captivating me with all the atmosphere and the feels, and I love that so much. I was into the relationship. It does amp up a bit towards the end, like the romance aspect, but I was still totally fine with that. And yeah, I have no complaints. I just had so much fun, and it just put me in the perfect mindset for Halloween. So yeah, I mean, that's a win in itself, because that's hard to do. And I really hope that you all can pick it up. And if not this year, next year for Halloween, or really just whenever, if you are just wishing to get some Halloween feels at any time of year. I think I'm gonna sit and read Full Shift, because that does go back to the library at like 9:30 a.m. in the morning. And I would really like to get to it if I can. I'm not sure how long it is. It might be too long, but I feel like usually graphic novels, you can kind of fly through them. So I don't know, we'll see, but I will update you later. I obviously struggled with that, but at least my mug is so cute. I got it at Disney World. It's a Sunday morning, and I was actually able to check out Full Shift again. There were a couple of copies available at one of my libraries, so I didn't have to worry about reading it last night, because I did end up completing another video I was editing, and I got it uploaded so that it could be up this morning, just like an extra vlog. Halloween Horror Nights, like Universal Studios when we went there. So yeah, got that up, and I was up to like 12:30 doing that, and yeah, then went to bed. Like, it's almost 10 a.m. now. I laid in bed for like an hour and a half and just like scrolled and watched YouTube videos. But now I have my coffee. You saw me struggle to get the pumpkin spice vegan whipped cream out of the can. I'm gonna put on an ambiance video and then read Full Shift. I do tend to read these graphic novels on this old iPad that we have. It's actually Drew's old iPad that I think he got like 10 years ago. It only updates to like an iOS 15, but Kindle app works on there, so I like to use this just for graphic novels so that you can see in color. So yeah, gonna sit, read this, hopefully finish it. I don't think we're gonna go to like a pumpkin patch because you have to go kind of far out of the city for that, but get pumpkins somewhere in town and yeah, carve pumpkins tonight and just have a cozy night. I'm also thinking about attempting to make, I'm kind of on like a cooking kick. I don't know, like the festive spirit has got me excited about cooking, and you know me, I don't love to cook. It's kind of like my least favorite thing. but I don't know, I'm feeling like inspired. But yesterday when I went to the store, I got that stuff for the pumpkin fondue and it was really, really good. We still have a lot left. Like honestly, we could have made a smaller batch of it. Like the recipe had you use 2 bags of like vegan shredded cheese, and I feel like we could have got a smaller pumpkin and like just did 1 bag, and that would have been plenty because we were like getting stuffed by the end, and we still have so much left, like probably half of it left. So, and then yeah, I think I might make French onion soup, attempt it at least. French onion soup, that's one of those things that growing up I loved. My favorite soup by far growing up, and I haven't had any sort of vegan French onion soup since I've been vegan in like 8 years now. And I don't know, I just got this urge, and I saw this recipe online. I literally just Googled vegan French onion soup, and the first one, I think it had like 85-star reviews. So I was like, okay, looks pretty easy. And I might give it a shot. I'm gonna be like a witch with her cauldron making some soup. Okay, it is 3 p.m. now, and this morning I did read full shift, and then I've been cleaning, picking up, and got ready, and we're gonna go to get pumpkins and to a spooky bar. I got my little teddy bear pumpkin shirt on. I'm feeling good because I still hadn't unpacked, and we got back from our trip a week ago, and I was like, I gotta do this. So unpacked. Drew's playing his Madden League. He's in like a Madden tournament thing. They've played for years and years and years. So he's doing that right now, and once he's done with that game, we're gonna head out. I think we might go get pumpkins first, because I think the pumpkin place closes at 5, and then go get a spooky drink somewhere. We shall see. But let's talk full shift. Super cute. I really enjoyed it. It's not, I thought it was gonna be more fall-y. It's definitely more like the drawings and everything look like spring and summer. It's like the illustrations are really beautiful, but as far as like werewolves and stuff, still fun for the season. And we have our girl, she, you know, she's struggling. She doesn't really fit in anywhere. This girl that she likes, you know, finds out that she's a vampire, finds out that she's a werewolf, and is kind of scared. She didn't really know that werewolves were a thing, and you know, so she's having issues in the relationship area, and then also with her family. Her dad passed away when she was 15, and she's had a really hard time with that, and she also just can't fully shift. So her younger sister actually shifted before her, and because they actually end up counting how old you are in dog years once you do your first full shift. It made her younger sister actually her older sister, which I'm like, that kind of sucks. But we find out that there are these like werewolf hunters looking for werewolves, trying to track down our girl's family pack. And it's kind of just like a coming of age story with our girl trying to figure stuff out, and like figure out who she is and where she fits in and accepting herself. And then also just like this family coming together and supporting each other. And the sapphic romance in here is really cute and just precious. So yeah, overall a good time. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I thought it was really sweet, wholesome, easy. I read it in about an hour, and just like an easy, fun little graphic novel to read. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you like graphic novels, pick it up. It did kind of give Pumpkinheads feels just a little bit, not quite at all near that level. Pumpkinheads is the best thing ever. Just like the overall story and kind of like the fun of the illustrations and stuff, and the comedy aspect that was brought in, felt kind of like Pumpkinheads, and I really liked that. And I did read a little bit before I started cleaning. I started This Cursed House, and I sat and read the ebook, and then once I started cleaning, I was listening to the audiobook, and I'm pretty far in now. I'm like 40-ish% in. I'm liking it. it's good. It's okay. It's not my favorite thing. We're following our girl. She gets this job offer, and it's kind of coming at the perfect time. It's 1962. She just got fired from her job as a teacher. We kind of learned that like the school like fired her for a really stupid reason, and you know, she's getting out of this horrible relationship and she doesn't really know what to do. Like, she had no options for work, and she gets this letter from this family in New Orleans asking her to come work there, and she thinks that it's like a tutoring job, and she's like, oh, perfect, and they're gonna pay her $300 a week, which I'm like, in 1962 that was probably like a fortune. So so she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and she goes. And it's August when she heads that way. And I'm sorry if you can hear our washing machine right now. It's going and it's kind of loud. But she ends up going to this house, this plantation. And this family, yeah, they're kind of awful. And there's lots of secrets. And they don't like to leave the house. And at first I was kind of thinking like, oh, are they ghosts? Like, is this kind of like one of the others kind of situation? And I was really hoping it wasn't, because that's my inkling like right at the beginning. But it's not that. So I was like, oh, okay, good, because I was a little bit worried that that's what was going to be happening, and I had already figured it out. But as far as I can tell, it's not that. And our girl, she can actually see spirits, and she goes to this house. She quickly finds out it's haunted. She really wants to leave, but she kind of just doesn't have anywhere to go, and she doesn't have any money yet. And right off the bat, she's like, I'm gonna leave. But then she kind of starts, you know, there's one person in the family that she likes and is nice with her, and she decides to stay. And more secrets and things are unraveled and come out about like why our girl is here. And we soon find out that the house is cursed. There is a curse involving this family where they kind of each die of unexpected circumstances. Like every single year, like another person dies. And they're hoping that our girl, who can see spirits, can also break this curse. And she's just kind of like, why would you call me here? I thought I was gonna be a tutor. What's going on? I don't know how to break a curse. But yeah, and things start to unravel and secrets start to reveal themselves. I will say the atmosphere could be a bit better. We do have like a couple of scenes with like ghosts in a library that I'm into, but as far as like being on this spooky old plantation, I feel like the atmosphere could be described a little bit more. But there definitely is some really good commentary about race. I mean, it's the 1960s. This family, you know, they own a plantation in New Orleans. So you can imagine. So they're not very nice to our girl. She's black. So you're kind of like, why have they hired her, and who has brought her here? And why do they think that she can solve the curse and break it? But so far so good. I like our girl. She's pretty smart, and she's pretty good at standing up for herself and like trying to and pushing back against this family, and I appreciate that. So we'll see where it goes. It's not very scary at all. It's more just like a drama between this family right now. And I'm hoping more happens with the ghost, because that's definitely like kind of on the back burner. It's just kind of like a thing that kind of happens a little bit. And I would like some more spooky, scary ghost scenes. But yeah, I will update y'all later. Hi everybody, it is the next day. It's Monday. Yesterday didn't quite go as planned. We ended up going to the place where we were going to get pumpkins, and it's like this garden center, but they do like all these like free fall activities during the fall. They call it Fall Fest, but it's just like almost at a Home Depot. It's like a big nursery basically, and it's like family owned and stuff, but they put on like this little haunted house and like a hayride and stuff there, and it was hopping. It was so busy, like beyond busy. And so we went to that. We piddled around there for a little bit, and then we were gonna get pumpkins, but well, the pumpkins were mostly picked over. They really didn't have many left. And then the ones that were left were so expensive. Like the ones that would work for pumpkin carving were like $25, $30. And I was just like, there's no way. I'm not buying a pumpkin for $25. So yeah, we left without pumpkins, which is fine. And then we ended up, Drew was having a migraine and wasn't feeling good. And I started my period and I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. We ended up coming back home. And I came home and took a nap, and Drew ended up making tacos. And yeah, I didn't do much else last night. I watched Mad Monster Party, which is a Rankin Bass movie, you know, like the stop motion, like they're known for like the Christmas ones, like Santa Claus is Coming to Town and stuff, but they have a Halloween one, and it's called Mad Monster Party. I hadn't watched it in a long time, and I think I saw something on Instagram about it recently, and I was like, oh yeah, I should watch that. And it's just like really cute and cozy. It wasn't streaming anywhere, but on Prime they had it on sale to buy it. Like to buy it was only $1 more than to rent it, so I just purchased it on there and laid in bed, watched that. I had me a chocolate cupcake, and I'll put a little pumpkin thing in it to make it a little bit more festive. And I went to sleep pretty early. I think I went to sleep at like 10:30. So yeah, just like a really lazy, cozy night. If you've never watched Mad Monster Party, you definitely should. The plot's kind of like but and it's a little bit silly, but like just the cute, cozy, Halloween-y feels are so good. It's like all of these monsters go to like Frankenstein's castle, and it's like Dracula, the Mummy, the Invisible Man, who else? Basically everything. I don't know. All of the like monstery creatures you can think of. It's just like really cute, wholesome. And yeah, it's pretty quiet today at work. I only had my stand-up meeting this morning, and I don't have any other meetings. So normally if I just have stand-up, I don't worry about getting ready because, well, I'm not going to get up any earlier because I already get up at 6:45 for the 7 a.m. stand-up. And everyone is always like, no one's dressed up for that anyway. So yeah, here I am. I think I might go for a walk later today. It's actually, I think it's like 80 degrees. The weather's so weird, but I think we're actually getting a cold front coming through the day before Halloween. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I think I might go on a walk after work. I'm also thinking about making that French onion soup today too, and see where we go from there. It's a little cloudy out today, but the leaves are for sure fallen, but there are still plenty of trees out here that have lots of leaves. They're so pretty. I hate how short the leaf colorful season is. I wish it lasted like half the year. Oh, there's something on my face. Oh, okay. Okay, it's Monday night. I almost said Saturday night, and I'm like, I wish it was Saturday night. But it's Monday night. I went for that walk. So many of the leaves are falling off the trees. It makes me so sad, but there are still quite a few that are full with the leaves, and some that are still just starting to change, so that's good. But yeah, when I got home from a walk, actually Drew had already started making dinner. He made Alfredo with some broccoli, and we used the like Simple Truth from Kroger. It has their own plant-based Alfredo sauce, and that's what we use. We put a little like, I put like lemon pepper and garlic and some more just pepper in there to liven it up a little bit, but the sauce is actually really good. So if you're vegan, check that out. And he actually picked up some pumpkins for us, so that was really nice. I didn't know if he was gonna get some, so he surprised me with a couple of pumpkins. He said he had to dig for some good ones. But we have some pumpkins. We didn't carve them tonight because Drew had D&D, and I have been sitting, coloring, reading, well, listening to the audiobook of This Cursed House. Not my favorite. I just finished it, and yeah, I don't know. It was just fine. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Nothing special. It just ended up being pretty predictable, and the pacing was kind of weird. And by the 75% point, I was like, okay, come on, wrap this up. Wrap it up. I want to know what's going on. I want to know how this all ends. And I will say it does a good job at giving some like reveals and letting us in on new secrets throughout the book. But I don't feel like any of those reveals I was like, oh, shocking. Like I was like, okay, yeah, that tracks. So in the end, I was just like, this is really cheesy, but I mean, it wasn't bad at all. Like, it was a perfectly fine, spooky read. I just wanted more, like, ghosts and haunting, and it's definitely more of a, like, family drama, fixing generational trauma, and, like, self-acceptance and stuff like that, which is fine. It was just not my favorite thing ever. So I just didn't feel like anything new or unique was happening here, and I wanted, like, a horror book, and I don't really feel like I got that. It felt more like a airplane kind of book, like you could buy it at the airport, you know what I mean? Which, that's not bad. It was just like nothing shocking or surprising here, and I wanted more ghosts and hauntings, and I just wasn't there. You can hear my dog eating probably, so sorry. I wish the atmosphere was better for sure. Like, I was thinking New Orleans on this manor estate through fall, and I mean, even there's like a cemetery on premise too. We don't even get like a description of those areas. Like, there's no description of really any of the places. Like, I think there's like one paragraph when she gets to the house, and that's it. And also, like, the family just sucks so bad. Like, I hate them so much. And that's kind of the point, but also it's just like, man, they're so rude to our girl. And I'm like, she's like, you want her to help you, then maybe be nice. It was just kind of like frustrating, but also weird and strange how mean they were to her when they're like, we need your help. I did like the commentary about race. I thought that was pretty good. And it being set in the 1960s, I thought was interesting. But 3 stars, that's fine. We had a couple of really big hits. I mean, A Dark and Secret Magic. I don't think anything in a while is going to beat that for me for when it comes to Halloween-y stuff. My dog is running around all over the place now, so you could probably hear that too. But I think I'm going to close out this vlog here, and I think I'm going to do a 3-parter VLOG-O-WEEN kind of thing. I think I'm going to do this weekend, that ends today, then do Tuesday through Halloween, and then Friday through Sunday for like Halloween weekend part 2. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been editing the clips from this weekend as it goes along, so I have them all edited together, except for this one I'm filming right now. So yeah, I just need to finish that and add in the book covers and do my thumbnail and stuff, and the video, the vlog will be ready to go, and I can have that up tomorrow, so that'll be before actual Halloween, so that'll be good. So I will see you in the next one, and I know I have some good ones in the next one. Like, I know I'm gonna read Our Wicked Histories. I might read a couple more graphic novels. I'm just like really in the mood for graphic novels. I think I might read The Lazy Bones Bookshop, which is like a cozy little silly one. I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe Bellwood's Game. Oh, I have a few checked out, and I'm like, I need to figure out what I want to read. But yes, thank you so much for being here. I hope you are having an amazing spooky season and Halloween week, and I hope you have a great spooky rest of your day.